YouTube, welcome back. Dub Digital Crypto News, Macro Trends. Give me a subscribe if you appreciate that content. I'm trying to bring the hottest crypto content on the internet. Today, I gotta talk to Wandalore. Wandalorians, where you at? Shout out to Wanchain for sending me some dope merch. Wanchain represent. We're gonna dive a little bit into that price action. See what that WAN USD pair is doing. Because after looking at it, it looks like it might be taking off a little quicker than the WAN BTC pair. But after we do all that, we're gonna look at the market sentiment as a whole. See what might be coming down the pike for cryptocurrency. But most importantly, we're gonna talk a little bit about that FA. Because y'all know, on the Dub Digital channel, we like to put that TA and the FA and mix it all up. That fundamental analysis. Yeah, I'm talking about Wanlend. Dub Digital. What the heck is Wanlend? It's a decentralized lending protocol. But that's about all you're gonna get from me in the intro. Let's pull up the charts. Alright guys, I pulled up the WAN USD pair. Let's get it. Before we get all up close and personal in this chart, I want to show you guys something. Give you a quick reminder as to where we are in the macro structure. Because looking at crypto every single day, it gets really freaking easy to get caught up in the weeds. And you forget to look at the trees. Dub Digital. This don't look like a big old multi-year pattern structure, whatever to me. It looks like Wanchain was worth a lot, and now it's not worth a lot. Let's go ahead and apply the Fibonacci retracement tool to see just how far this thing has fell. For those of you who are new to my channel, the Fibonacci retracement tool helps you identify how far an asset has actually corrected in its descent based on the Fibonacci sequence, which essentially is a series of numbers that keeps playing out again and again in physics and in charting. And guys, don't gotta be a freaking genius, just look at it. Wanchain's price is all up in the red area, which is the 23.6 Fibonacci level. That typically represents an asset that's been oversold. Dub Digital. Wanchain's been oversold for the last 758 days. It's more like Wanchain's been on a discount for 758 days. Do sales last forever? No. Well, unless you're shopping at Ross. But that's besides the point, y'all. While Wanchain's price has been up and down in BTC and USD price, really since I've been covering this asset, the moral of the story is this. While it can mess with your head when you're seeing 63% down, 87% up, 36% down, so on and so forth, a whole bunch of gyrations. Never miss the forest for the trees. Hard down, eventually hard up. This area in between allows you to select your destiny. But y'all do what y'all gotta do. I'm just a dude on the internet. Dub Digital. I'm getting tired of talking about all this macro filth, farm filth. Can we look at what's happening on the Wanchain price action right now? Jeez, calm down. I'm just getting warmed up. Let's hop into that USD price action. See what's coming for the Wanchain. Check it out, guys. We all zoomed up. Let's talk about it. Right off the bat, I want to identify a line that's been acting as a very, very strong resistance point on the USD chart for WAN. Since the winter of 2018, Wanchain's been trying to get up and over this 40-cent mark, but it's been getting pulled back, y'all. You ain't gotta believe me, just take a look at the chart. Let's count the touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a whole bunch of them. Whenever you have price action that continually revisits certain price points on a chart, that means there's heavy contention between the value of the asset in the bears and the bulls' mind. And that's why it keeps going above, below, above, below, above, below. Dub Digital. Why the heck does it keep going above, below? You don't gotta be so aggressive about it. Let's talk it out. And remember what I told you. Charts have memory. And looking all the way back in November 2018, Wanchain was sitting at about $1 or so and took a mega dump. 65% down, y'all. But what do we know by just looking at this point alone? A year or so before this point, this big old dump, Wanchain was above the 40-cent level. And if an asset has done something once, who's to say it couldn't happen again? And knowing that history isn't always the same, but oftentimes rhymes, I'd like to go out on a limb and say that Wanchain isn't gonna die underneath the 40-cent level. It has a lot to do with, I believe, is a bottom for the USD price on Wanchain. And if you've been following me for any amount of time at all, you know I talk about this all the time. February to March 2020 area. The stock market fell down to the ground, brought everything down with it, and when big macro events occur, something very special and unique happens when it comes to the price of assets. I like to call it bringing it back to baseline. In a very short period of time, Wanchain went from about 3.6 cents all the way down to 10 cents. That was a reduction of 60% over approximately 1 week. That's nasty. That's bloody. That's enough to make people want to sleep on the couch and drink vodka for dinner. Let's draw a bottom trend line. And when you do that, it helps contextualize exactly what's going on with this price. Because what's a characteristic of an uptrend, guys? Higher highs and higher lows. The 40-cent level is acting like a very strong resistance resistance point that keeps pressing Wanchain down when it wants to lift off to the moon. We're sitting at a very peculiar situation where the buy support or the bulls are getting more aggressive in their acquisition of Wanchain, more willing to buy it up at higher and higher prices as time moves on, and that point is illustrated by the bottom trend line that is sloping upwards on the pattern. On the other side of the trade, we have the bears who are being stubborn as hell, selling Wanchain at every chance they get. That means that the buy pressure is getting more and more intense, while the sell pressure is staying constant at a single area. Think of it much like pressure building up in a tea kettle. At a certain point, the pressure gets so great that it has to escape from somewhere. And when you apply that to charting, hence the name buy pressure and sell pressure. It's completely dependent upon which side gives out or gets exhausted first. Because as time moves on and the bottoms get higher and the resistance stays the same, something's gotta give. Just remember, the 40-cent level isn't the last boss on this. It's gonna take us some effort to get above the 50-cent level as well. So guys, basically what this range is just to help you identify the 40 to 50-cent level. And over the last 2 years, look how much chop occurred in this level. And while we've broken the 50-cent level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, we've never really had anything more than a wick. Good news is, it shows you that Wanchain can get to 50 cents. But we already know that. We needed to stay above 50 cents. Height of the triangle from area of expected breakout. I'm anticipating Wanchain to moon approximately 82%. Dub Digital, you said that Wanchain could appreciate by like 2,000%. I don't want 83%, I want 2,000%. What I think will happen is an explosion upwards and then a correction back down. And we start making some big gains. I'm talking about those big boy whale gains. From the 50-cent level to the next point of resistance, we're looking at about 100%. We're looking at 458%. Then the gains just kind of get ridiculous. 1,842%. I don't gotta go any farther. Y'all get the hint, and then we'll pick up rapidly to the all-time high. That's just to the all-time high. But for the time being, 50 cents is the name of the game. Let's take a look at the BTC pair. Now guys, just looking at this BTC pair, I could tell you that it's lagging the USD pair slightly. The BTC pair is still making lower lows, and it's made a lower low just as recently of December 26th of 2020. What happens next for the Wanchain BTC price is very important. I'm not anticipating Wanchain gaining in value against BTC probably until first quarter of 2021. Dub Digital, what the heck? How come Wanchain's doing great in the USD, but it ain't doing that great in the BTC? It really depends on the asset you're denominating in. And for Wanchain, it's appreciating less than BTC. Therefore, the continual downward trajectory is due to BTC dominance, not because Wanchain sucks. And quickly glancing at Bitcoin, it went past the 20,000 level all the way up to, what is this, almost $30,000 a BTC. Oh my god, get me so hyped. And to be quite frank, what's essentially happening is people are selling off their altcoins to get into this Bitcoin price action. But I talk about it all the time. At some point in the bull run, altcoins are going to start gaining and gaining fast against BTC value. When that starts to happen, we're going to see Wanchain start making up for a lot of lost time. But that won't take place until we have a pretty healthy correction in BTC, or BTC hovers in a range for an extended period of time. But I can offer you some more information as to why I think that altcoins might be catching up to Bitcoin rather soon. Let's take a look at the total 2 index, aka the altcoin market cap, meaning all the money wrapped up in all your favorite altcoins. Let's get it. I'm sitting out here on the altcoin market cap. It ain't gonna take a genius to explain this one. Starting in May 2017, the altcoin market cap ultimately rose about 9,691%. Ooh, you guys like gains? Cause those are some mega gains. What initially preceded that price bump was a structure that looked like this, illustrated to you in this circle here. What I believe is in the midst of occurring is another prolific price pump coming to the altcoin market cap. Pretty much from the beginning of that March 2020 market dump, the altcoin market cap has risen approximately 372%. Throw the numbers out of the window. Bump, run up, drop down, grind, run up. Bump, run up, drop down, grind, and we're in the process of the run up. As you can see, the altcoin market cap formed an ascending triangle from November 2020 to December 2020. We had an initial breakout and a drop down like I initially thought we might have, guys. Price appreciation is sequential. You take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. For approximately 900 days, the altcoin market cap has been below $168 billion. Almost touched the 100 $168 billion level and then reversed 30% to the upside. And even in an irrational watershed moment, we still didn't break below what was once a strong resistance at $167 billion. In fact, we touched it and then shot up aggressively. And just check out this volume that popped in here, guys, right around that dump. Let's reapply that fractal so you can understand the gravity of the money that might be flowing into the altcoin space in the midterm. We got to get back to at least the $473 billion level, which was the all-time high during the last bull run. From where we are now to that point, that's another 129% increase in altcoin market cap. Do we typically just go back to all-time high and stay there? No, this is crypto. We typically go above and beyond. But hey, you ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a dude on the internet. I'm tired talking about all this TA. Let's talk a little bit about that FA, that fundamental analysis, because you know fundamentals typically precede price action, and those who are closer to the knowledge profit. Simple as that. And from the same exact team that brought you WanSwap, the Wanchain team presents to you WanLend, the first cross-chain lending platform that is now live on Wanchain. What is WanLend? WanLend is the crypto lending platform built on Wanchain, which takes advantage of Wanchain 5.0's cross-chain features. WanLend fully draws from Compound's code and design and relies on similar algorithms to calculate the supply rate and borrow rates for each cryptocurrency in accordance with the supply and demand. At launch, WanLend supports supply and borrow features for WAN, WAN BTC, WAN ETH, WAN USDT, WAN USDC, and FNX. In the future, WanLend will support more cross-chain tokens, XRP, and DOT. Not only is it now possible in blockchain to go from chain to chain at a decentralized way with Wanchain's cross-chain bridges, you now can use liquidity from other major blockchains to get collateralized loans? Guys, that is some powerful stuff. Gone are the days where you had to sell and buy and sell and buy just to aggregate your capital to get the right amount of collateralization needed. Now, you ain't even got to do all that. And just looking at the interface, guys, it looks sleek, it looks hot, I like it. Obviously, you got to connect the wallet, and then you have an aggregated number that shows up of how much you're supplying to this lending protocol or how much you're actually borrowing a supplier. Assets put up by suppliers are pooled together. Using on-chain pool management ensures the maximum liquidity of the funds and also guarantees the security and transparency of the asset. The supplied assets can be withdrawn at any time once after being deposited, which greatly facilitates the flexibility of funds for an individual supplier. You can go and come as you please. The borrower certain approved assets as collateral on WanLend. WanLend calculates the borrow rate in real time, and the rate is transparently determined by the on-chain supply and demand for different assets. Am I tripping? Did they just say you can pay back your balance at any time? What? Tell me a bank that gives you those terms. I bet you there's approximately 0 of them. Then at the bottom here, guys, you have a borrow limit that obviously shows you how much you're able to borrow based on the assets you have within the connected wallet. If you have the collateral in the form or cryptocurrency that's required by the protocol, you can get a loan. That is dope. No more people telling you you can't get money. It's put up or shut up, and I like that. You can see that for the supply and borrow markets, there's an APY, which means on a yearly basis, how much money are you making and how much you're paying in interest. And just looking at this stuff, it's looking like WAN USDC is the place to be, where you can supply and get a pretty nice return. 8%? That's what traditional people in the stock market are aiming to get. Maybe it's a smart move to put some of it to work for you, but that's not financial advice. Dub Digital, give it to me straight. What are the features of WanLend? It supports assets from different chains, low gas fees, flexible terms, and a synergy with Wanchain cross-chain DeFi ecosystem. Don't look at WanLend like a singular protocol. You know that Wanchain is aiming to be a decentralized cross-chain bank. They've already implemented WanSwap, which is a decentralized cross-chain DEX. It's gonna make more and more sense for liquidity to find a home here, just because you can do damn near anything within it. That's some big picture thinking. Check this out, guys. After coming Wanchain's Twitter page, I found this bad boy. We just hit 2.5 million value of cross-chain assets on Wanchain. Get swapping on WanSwap, WAN E, WAN BTC, WAN EOS, WAN USDT, and WAN USDC. And last but not least, guys, WanSwap dApp has been added to Wanchain Lite Wallet dApp store. Alright guys, just wanted to bring a quick update for the Wandalorians. I know Wanchain's been going through some ups and downs, but heck, every single altcoin has. Before we can do those big price increases that I was talking about, remember, we gotta break through that 50-cent level first. But from a fundamental viewpoint, I haven't been more excited about Wanchain, setting up the storming nodes, releasing the WanSwap. Now we got WanLend, all from the convenience of the desktop Lite wallet. WAN's doing exactly what I think it needs to do to position itself to go where it needs to go. You ain't gotta listen to me. This is not financial advice. I'm just a dude on the internet. If you appreciate the content, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Dub Digital, crypto news, macro trends. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.